You're watching EVH and Gear TV, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones. And official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com. Here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH artist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everyone, happy Saturday afternoon to everyone. 1 o'clock here Eastern Standard Time. I hope everyone is well. A little of a test. This is nothing really, no formal video, nothing really forecasted here as far as production goes. As I mentioned on Facebook, and I think I mentioned another video as well too. It was a demo I did last night, or the unboxing of the HX Stomp. My mixer blew up, so I am without a mixer at the moment, and I'm kind of crippled. I can't do the show with the live guest calling in because I have to run like a multi-channel mix for that, like a mix minus, so they're not hearing themselves back, all that kind of crazy goodness. So I don't want to be idle for too long, and I've been wanting to use this Stomp. So what I've done is I've done a makeshift. This will get me by. That's for a day or two. I'm running the Line 6 HX Stomp into Helix. So I'm using, and actually what I'm doing as well too. Let's go back to the home one here. I've set up 2 paths on Helix. You can't really see it. I don't have a secondary cam right now to run over top. I'm going to do, but I haven't hooked it up. So I'm running the top a path on Helix for the microphone when this is a condenser microphone. So I am using phantom power, and hopefully it sounds okay. It's just a make do. It's a make do thing. And then on the secondary path, I have the send and return return 1 and 2 on Helix to accept 1/4 inch output from HX Stomp. So yeah, there you go. So is it Arnis Ventus says, I'm curious about vocals into the Helix. Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm running. I'm a condenser microphone with phantom power, and I'm using a little bit of gain on Helix as well. There's no blocks or effects or anything put on. I guess I could put some reverb and things like that on my voice, but there's nothing. There's no blocks, no processing, no nothing. I've just basically turned on a path. So all I'm going to do here today, just to see if this works, but I am going to play a couple of the presets. And I fell in love with one, like obviously the Jason Sudeikis presets that come on this thing are amazing, but we should never underestimate what Glenn DeLon can do. Holy cow, some of his presets are amazing. And there's this one here, 17B, called Relativity GD for Glenn DeLon. Love it. Let's see, how does that go again? So Arna says, I'm wondering about compression and reverb for voice. Well, we could actually try that right now. Let's try to put a block in here. So top one is microphone. Let's go over and put a block on, and let's go to dynamics, and let's go to, I guess we'll go mono, and let's go. Oh, here we go. We're already in deluxe comp. Red squeeze. So as I'm turning the knobs here, that's the different compressions I'm adding. So red squeeze, kinky comp, LA Studio comp. That's a pretty good one. 3-band compression. Wow, listen to the difference in that already, right? A typical noise gate, a hard gate. Let's go back to deluxe comp. Testing 1, 2. That's not too bad. Nice compression. Fred Siegel is here. Robert Apple is here. Nice talking to you by email there too, Robert. So let's turn that back off, and let's try reverbs. Like you're saying, you're asking for reverbs, but we could actually leave that. Let's go red squeeze. Not too bad. Let's go back to LA Studio comp. Leave that one. All right, now you asked about reverb, and I'm going to turn these blocks off in a second. Let's throw some reverb on. Reverb. Let's go stereo. Glitz. Okay. No. We're going to turn the reverb off. That was pretty bad, but you get the idea, right? Very nice. I think I might keep the compression on there. That works pretty good. Fred Siegel, I think I said hi to. Nocturnal Butterfly is here always. And Arnis, no problem. Hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Probably not. Scott Roos is here. So yeah, let's go back to play with some of these presets for a few minutes. So at least it's working. I wish I could get this to work with my guests when I have them come on the show. I will be back I'll be back in shape in no time at all. I'm going to turn that compression off. I think it's accenting too much. There we go. So that's a little bit better. Oh, geez. Polly says, I shouldn't be watching this while driving, but I don't want to miss it. Listen to it. Don't watch it. Be safe. So this is a really nice preset from Glenn. Go through a few more. Brown. Oh yeah, this is. I think he meant this one to be like a Van Halen. Getting some string clack, but it's too hard for me to turn off my mic every time on Helix, so we'll just have to put up a little bit of string clack. Not bad, Glenn. Good job on that, man. Pretty cool. That's the Glenn DeLon Brown kind of sound. Let's see what else we got. Oh, I like his ambiance, like that he gets in his presets. Love that. Isn't that beautiful? Nice and spanky. I've been playing this guitar a lot more too. I get lots of spank out of this guitar. Eric Arco is asking, how do you route the audio for this? Okay, pretty simple. Running Helix, just strictly USB to my Mac. And it took me a while to figure this all out because it wasn't choosing the audio software or the audio source properly. But Helix out with USB. I'm running the Stomp, which you can't see. It's just right here, right where my hand is. I have Stomp there, and it's running 1/4 inch out, left and right stereo to the to the returns 1 and 2 on Helix. I've got a path just for that and a path for the microphone. So technically, in a real world, if I had to use this as my setup for a band, I could do it. It works as a pretty cool mixer, but there are some limitations to what I would like to how I'd use it here with my guests and things like that. It's just a temporary mixer setting for me. Let me see here. Let's go back and see if I miss some other questions as well. I'll say, yep, yes. Let me see here. I was just asked if I was on live chat, and I am. I might have missed something. Let me see. Paulie D, yeah, okay. Don't be watching and driving. Oh, good. And I'm pronouncing Ernest's name right. Wow, I'm the worst with pronunciations. And Randall Fisher says, ordered the HX Stomp from Sweetwater. They are on back order. Rep said it would be a couple weeks. Okay, yeah. Hopefully you have your order in and you can reserve one. That'll be great. Mine just arrived yesterday. Smoking up. Hello, all. Kevin. Did I miss anybody else? And Arna says that Stomp box is really useful. Seems like there are so many possibilities, and I agree with that. And I wanted something small here. Like I'm using Helix rack back there, and obviously Helix floor here. Helix rack became my main here in the studio, and I have the Helix control down, which you can't see on the floor. I was really trying to keep my footprint here smaller, and people might think, well, Eric, the Helix floor is not much bigger than the control with an expression pedal, but it is. If I can save that much space under my desk here for my feet and things like that, I'm going to go that route. But I want it even smaller, so I'm going to be using the Stomp for a lot of my live broadcasts. And once my mixer is back, whether they replace it or fix it or whatever they're going to do, then I'll run left and right 1/4 inch out of Stomp to my mixer and off to YouTube. But for now, this is fun, and it goes to show you all the possibilities which you can do with all the various products in the Helix family, which is awesome. And Eric says, really cool. Thanks for the reply. I'm going to give this a try myself sometime in the future. Thank you. Very cool. No problem. You're very welcome. Let's go through. Let's actually play a little bit and we'll play some more presets here. I like this. I love it. That's another one of Glenn's presets, man. He does some good stuff. That's kind of nice. A little bit of just a slight breakup. Nice. Kind of cool. Very nice. Vintage. Ooh, that one's a little hard on the ears. I'll be brown sugar. Nice fuzz there. Cool. Big time fuzz. Now these aren't Glenn's anymore. See, I never play with fuzz. I started to get into fuzz a little bit more recently thanks to Chris Robertson, who's his signature sound is fuzz, and learned a trick from him using the neck pickup and rolling the tone off. I might get a little bassy. See, I'm not a fuzz guy, but that's his sound. But I'm gonna leave the fuzz to the pros like Chris and everybody else like that. I don't work with fuzz very, very well, but that sounds neat. Guys, be careful on the presets here. Okay. That's nice. It's quite nice. No Name Lane. What else we got? Wish I knew how to play that Money for Nothing. That's kind of the tone for that one. Sultans of Swing. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. Heartbreaker tone. Hanger 19. How's it go? It's been a long time since I played that one. Okay, that's cool. Glossary got some backwards gated reverbs and delays and stuff. Listen to that. Oh, I love it, man. I love atmospheric stuff, and I'm the worst for creating that kind of stuff. Robert Apple says Space for Your Feet is good. Old Metal Dude, great sound. Digging Glenn's presets. I'll have to check them out. And I'm going to show you some of Jason's too. But those two gentlemen, man, when they get to imagine what they got together in a room, what they could do. Michael Easter, sounds great. What does the HX Stomp fit in the marketplace? What direct competitors? I would say its direct competitor would be the Head Rush. What do they call it? The Gigaboard? I think that's what they call it. It's a little smaller than the Gigaboard. I think the Gigaboard might be a tiny bit pricier. I'm not 100% sure. And that smaller Head Rush has touchscreen where this one doesn't. So there's that would be the direct competition, I would say. So I can't think of any other ones off the top of my head. I think the Boss is a considerably bigger unit, and the Boss would the newest one would be the competitor for Helix. But so I think that's the answer to your question there. Yeah, and Robert says I'm not very fuzzy either. I'm getting some laughter on that one. That's cool. I love this. I could just play like this, you know, chords all day long with this atmosphere. Yeah, there you go. Ron Baines answering the same question. And I call it gigaboard. I don't know if that's what it's actually called, so I think you might be right. Gig board. Okay, let's try another one. That was fun. Pop my punk. Straight up rock amp. That would probably sound nice on the track with in the mix. Oh, thank you for the channel link there for Jason Nocturnal. Appreciate that. Pedonculus. That sounds pretty cool. I like it. It's kind of nice. Relief, just a beautiful, long, super long plate reverb. Well, that's a big reverb. We'll wait for the reverb. Wait for the reverb. Okay, reverb's done. Oh, there we go. Gentlemen. Gentlemen. That's serious gate on that one. Big time gate. Snuffapagus or something? Oh, that's neat. That's kind of neat. Cool. I like it. Who else is jumping in? Renee D Guitar something. Hi Q. I support you. Quentin James is here. Hey buddy. Good to see you. Let me see here. Michael Easter here's John Kerry. Atomic AA3 didn't get the update this week. And actually that's another one. The amplifier, right? Atomic. That would be a competitor as well, I think. That's very cool. JMH2, where does the Kemper fit in as far as a comparison? That I don't even think they're in the same league. Like, and I say that in the best respect. I think the Kemper is a much higher end unit than this, and I've never used one, so I don't know. But I know they're not in the same market as, because we're talking a $600 product here compared to, I don't even know the price on them, $3,000, $3,500. It's a completely different animal for sure. I know if you'd be comparing Kemper to Helix in that level as far as, you know, pricing and in the level of quality, and I think they're great from what I hear people talking about them. They're certainly a great unit. Never played one. Let me see how many presets are on the Stomp. That's from Robert. I think it comes with, I'm gonna try to remember where I'm at right now. 23 is my preset I'm on right now. Let's just go through for a minute. I think it comes with about 30 something, and plus some templates too. Looks like around 33, including the Glenn DeLon presets and Jason Sudeikis' presets. And then, you know, there's room for all of your own. The cool thing is, what I really like about this, I discovered it last night, and Jason was telling me when he was here in the studio, how nice it is with the new HX Edit update, the firmware update. So you can actually have your Helix open with a USB cable running to your computer. You can have Stomp open running to your computer. Two different versions of HX, or two different copies of HX Edit. I don't want to say versions, copies. So two HX Edit windows open, and you can copy a block from Helix, go over to Stomp over here if you have multiple monitors, which I'm referring to, and copy and paste blocks. It's awesome. So I love that. Let me see. Zach Thong is here. John Kerry, Kemper is awesome, but 1700 versus Stomp for 600. Yeah, there you go. And I wasn't even sure of the price. Thank you for the info, John. Old Mel Dude, nice. Rob just uploaded a great gent patch on Custom Tone that sounds good. I'll have to check that one out. And Matt Harrison says, oh man, I've got my eye on HX Stomp. Serious bang for your buck. All the amp models and effects plus an IR loader. I know. And speaking of which, I'll show you an IR I popped on here. I'm working on a preset right now for Jennifer Batten. She's coming on the Helix Hour next Sunday. Not tomorrow, but the following Sunday, as long as my mixer's back. And oh boy, I hope so. I'm building a preset for her for the Michael Jackson Beat It kind of tone. And that's going to be pretty cool. So, and I've been and I use an EVH IR on that one from Celestion. It's very, very cool. Let's go back to roughly where I was. Oh, there was that Snuffabugus or whatever it's called. Goth or Mod. That's a nice one. Just nice dirt. Okay, let's continue on. Okay, so now we're getting into templates. I'm at 25A. We got the 4-cable method, clean start. So if you want to use one of these things in a 4-cable method with your amplifier, your favorite tube amplifier, or even solid-state amplifier, presets are right ready there to go. You just hook up the cabling in the appropriate order and then start dropping your blocks where you want them. So if I want to use 4-cable methods, say with my 5150 back there, I would hook it up with there's charts online, there's charts inside the instructions on how to do it. And I would send certain effects, like let's say a distortion and maybe a phaser to the front of my amplifier. And then with that template, I would put my effects that I want to go to the effects loop of my amplifier, like reverbs, delays, things like that, past the send and return block. It's really, really cool and very, very easy. And if you've ever seen a Helix, if you own a Helix, or you've heard about the easiness of the intuitive interface, the user interface, Stomp is exactly the same, a little smaller, but if you're familiar with that, and also very similar to HX effects as far as dropping paths down, all that kind of cool stuff. It's just absolutely amazing. The learning curve is next to nothing. You can bring it home from the store and start playing right away and enjoying tone. Well, here's a dotted eighth. Okay, that's actually that's a 4-cable method dotted eighth delay. So these are all templates now at this point. And then, okay, now there's bass patches. There's 27A is bass. We've got a bunch of bass presets in here. Really nice. I won't play those because I don't have the bass. It's up over on the stand over there, and it won't sound good with guitar. Let's see what else we got. Now I started working on one. I threw it in here. There's actually keyboard presets as well too, atmosphere and stuff like that. Okay, here we go. So this is the one I'm working on. The reverb is still a little too hot. This is going to be for Jennifer, and I wonder if I wish I could turn on my phaser. No, 1 second. That's what I'm working on for Jennifer Batten. I got to tweak it a little bit. There's obviously a phase 90 in there, but it's going to be pretty good for that. think she'll like that one. Let's go back and have a look. Where did I leave off at? Daryl McMillan, 126 as far as presets. I think you're probably right. Something like that, 126, 128. There's room for all those. Renee D says, great sound, I like amp. Nocturnal Butterfly official Line 6 family user group on Facebook. Great group. Robert Apple, thanks for preset info. Daryl McMillan have been rocking my Stomp for a couple weeks now. I have the Helix floor as well, but this little thing is so powerful for its footprint. It's it's crazy for it's smaller than a Strymon Big Sky. It's smaller than that, little tiny bit smaller. Picture that plus take off a tiny bit. And yeah, my volume is low. I know. I'm sorry. I'm using this as a mixer at the moment. Hopefully we can get by. Let me see here. Thank you though, Han 36 Solo. Joe McMillan, now there's an HX Stomp section on custom tone for updating and downloading free presets. That is correct. It's there. Frank just announced that the other day. Michael Easter says terrific stuff. Thank you. John Carey, awesome playing, dude. I appreciate that. Nice to hear review by a super legit player. That's from Michael Easter. Thank you. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Charles Green says just got here. Sounds great. And yeah, Han says E flat tuning rules. My ear only hears. I can tune almost to perfect pitch when it comes to tuning my guitar without even a tuner. But I only tune to E flat. I've been in E flat for so many years of my life. That's all I hear. So I hear. That's my frequency. And I hear anything. I hear that and I'm like, that sounds weird, right? So yeah, and this guitar has been getting a lot of play lately. This is the Yamaha Pacifica 921 that I just restored, and oh boy, I've been having lots of fun. Let's go check a couple of Jason Sedite's presets. Let's go back here. They're way back. Okay. And he's got one, a nice Satriani one, and I am not going to do much Satriani because I can't play his stuff. I always loved it. So you'll notice the presets are labeled they're appended with either GD for Glenn DeLon or JS for Jason Sedites. He's got a Van Halen jump one, which is cool. I am not even going to try his Cliffs of Dover preset because that would mean I'd have to play that, and I cannot. Here we go. Here's some Joe Satriani. That's about the most I can do with that one. Yeah, Crushing Dead sounds like that. There it goes. I lost it. That's a Jason Sedites preset. I like that one a lot. Okay, let's go back. He's got a couple more. Oh, that's not his there. That's Mandarin. Cali. Oh, I like that. That's nice. Cool. One of Jason's. That's the Satriani one I just played. Cliffs of Dover. I'm not even going to play it, but I'll give you some style. What else we got here? Seared Guy, Jason Sedites. Where's it? Kind of cool. Jeff Beck. I cannot play Jeff Beck to save my life. Love him. Petrucci. He's got some good stuff. Really good. Here's your Van Halen jump. That's got a nice gain. I'm not sure what he's using for an amp. More than likely, if I looked at, it's probably a placator. Nice. I'm going to go back to towards the beginning for a second because there's a really nice funky patch. I don't even know. I should have made a note of what it was. Let me go back and try to find it. And these are just factory ones built by the team. Okay, here we go. So, Bloomin' Onion. Yeah, that's cool. Listen to that. Organs, right? It sounds like it's everything in there. Some really cool aftertones. Okay, that's just strictly for effects. That's nice if you're going to use that like through your amp as well. Nice. Okay, pedal board. Okay, 4 delays. Oh wow. Lots of delays. Microcosmos, secret ways. That's kind of weird. Interesting. Soft filter. I wish I remembered that funky one. And here's like some crazy minor 5ths and 7ths. And that's Steve Wyse. This one's cool. This one's got a cool kind of synth under the tone. Kind of neat. Twilight. Way stoked. Well, that's cool. Listen to the octave under that. Listen to that. That's cool. Listen to that low tone. Wow. Listen to that sustain. And it gets better and better. Isn't that nice? I can use that one. Wow, I love it. Okay, that's really fuzzy. We'll leave that one. Actually, we'll leave that one off. Too fuzzy, and it's going to clip the signal. Oh, here we go. That's kind of cool. Sludge gaze or something like that. Tremolo. Horror score. Set to stun. Maybe this is one I was looking at. I think that's it. US the double norm, like a Fender Twin. I like that. That's cool. Really like that one. That's on the 4th position of the neck. Try it. Maybe that's up in the neck. Nice. Very cool. SX830. Man, this is fun. Oh, California rectifier. Very cool. Your Jazz Chorus, one of my favorite amps. I actually call it Jazz Rivet. Very cool. Very cool. Cartographer. Nice. Litigator. Man, oh man, this is so cool. There's Placator clean. A little bit of a breakup. Nice. Placator dirty. Nice, very cool. Angle Meteor. Man, oh man. Cali, Texas 2-channel. There's our archetype lead. Really get the harmonics out. I like it. Who what? Voltage Queen. Mandarin. Man, this is cool. Now we're back into Jason Sedite's presets. I love it. Let's see, wrap up a couple questions here, and I'm going to let everybody go. This was more of just of a test to see of how this was all going to work. At least it'll get me by for a couple days, and I am going to keep fingers crossed so I get my mixer back. It was pretty scary. I could have actually had a house fire here. I turned out my mixer was making some noise, like a noise from the mixer, not from my speakers, kind of like a hissy kind of sound, whatever. And I thought, well, let's give it a break, and I turned it off for about 3 or 4 hours. Turned it back on. I was going to start watching some videos or whatever, and I turned on the mixer. And it shot this like amazing white noise, like loud as full volume could be through my PreSonus mixer or PreSonus Ares E8 reference monitors. It sounded like a jet engine. And as it was doing it, I looked at my mixer, which is off normally to my left, and the left indicator, the left VU indicator, and the right were like kind of playing opposite. One was going full spike all the way to the top in red, and then the other one dropped down to 0. And then the right one would go up to full, the left one would be down. And so I'm reaching as fast as I could. I shut that off. Well, actually, no, I went to the speakers first. My big speaker on the right-hand side was easy for me to reach and hit the power button on the back. The one on the left was very awkward for me to get, and I've learned something from that. I'm going to put those on power bars so I can just reach down below and turn the power bar off. But I couldn't get to it. And before I could turn off the mixer, I heard like almost like 2 cap guns go off, like bang, bang, and then smoke billowed from both sides of the chassis. So diodes or capacitors or something, whatever it is, I don't know, all that kind of electronic stuff. But something blew inside twice and went up in a puff of smoke, and it just smells like burnt toast. And I am completely, reliant on that thing. It's a 12-channel board, and I'm using all 12 channels of it. You know, people were asking the other day, well, what do you do with all those 12 channels? Well, a lot of times I have a guest mic. I'm using the guest mic today. I have my main mic over here. I've got a couple wireless systems that I run. I'm running Helix rack back there into it. I'm running Helix floor into it. I'm running my laptop, which is over here, is my secondary computer, which is a PC. I'm running it to it. What else? Skype audio. There's so many things I'm doing at one given time. I just can't be without it. So I would actually, if they want to be extra cool and send me a bigger one, I'll take the bigger one. But I'll be happy with the AR12 USB that I was using before. Okay, let's just say goodbye to everybody here. Scott Russo's gotta go playing at the Cancer Sucks Halloween Howl tonight. Oh, that's awesome. Got to get the costume together. Very, very cool. Have a good gig. I know you're probably gone. Quentin James, that sounded nice. Thank you, Quentin. I appreciate that. Funky Town, Blimpus, Funky, and Randall Fisher. Yes, that could have turned out very bad. So I don't think I've missed anything else. So I'll be back very, very soon with a whole bunch of really good demos with some backing tracks and things like that with the Stomp. But it's working fantastic. I'm just learning it right now. But the learning curve, like I said, is just like Helix or anything else. It's very, very easy to operate. And I do apologize today if my sound quality is a little lower. It's the first time using Helix as a mixer here for me, so I'm kind of learning that as we go as well too. But happy Saturday to everybody. We are off again tomorrow for Helix Hour, but we're back. If all goes well, next Friday night on EVH and Gear TV, I've got guitarist Steve Lynch from Autograph, It's his return visit to the show. It's going to be a really fun show, and this time he's going to teach us how to play a couple of his favorite riffs. So if you're not a guitar player, don't be alarmed. Like, it's not going to be all lessons all night long. We're probably looking at about 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes tops of some guitar lessons. So if you are a guitar player, which 90% of you are that watch the show, grab a guitar and and come and learn some stuff from Steve directly. I might even have my guitar out, see if I can learn as well too. It might be difficult for me because I've got so many other things going on to make sure the show goes smooth, but I might try. And then obviously Sunday, 2 days after, I've got Jennifer Batten on Helix Hour, and Jennifer's been a guest as well too. The cool thing about both of those guitar players is they're both GIT classmates, and they both kind of took that two-hand tapping to the crazy level. Like, a lot of people think just Jennifer Batten or think just Steve Lynch. They don't realize that the two of them were the kind of, I don't want to say the pioneers, but yeah, kind of a way pioneers. They are really amazing. They're good friends. They've learned a lot from one another, and it's going to be cool to have them both on opposite nights, Friday and Sunday. So a lot of fun. And maybe sometime, another time, since they've both been on twice at that point, we'll have them come on as both at the same time. We'll share some old school stories. That'd be great. Let me see. Brett says, thanks for the demo. Carlos Raul Vequez, saludos. Hey, bro. Awesome seeing you. Blessings. Thank you as well. It's good to have you here. And Daryl McMillan says, I've seen computer power supplies do that where the insides get coated with dust, causing the components to get too hot. Yeah, there's no ventilation and then pop, right? Eamon Wyse says, happy weekend. Live as you demand, Eric. Thanks. I appreciate that. Robert Appleby, Eric, Nocturnal Butterfly, stay warm. Charles Green, take care all. All right, everyone. Have a great, fantastic weekend. And if you're a Walking Dead fan, some good episode tomorrow night on deck. Check that out. And there's some good Walking Dead content here on my channel as well, too, under the Walking Dead umbrella. Have a look at that. And we will see everybody very, very soon. Until next time, cheers and thank you so very, very much.
Hey, you're still here? Eric Jr. here, reminding you to check out our full lineup of quality merch. Available right now in the Broadstash Boutique. Quality products and fast shipping. Visit broadstash.com today.
I am now on Patreon. If you enjoy my content and wish to support my channel and what I do, then please check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/EVH Gear TV. Your support assures the continued growth of this channel and a fun community in which to share our love for Van Halen, music gear, and much more.
My name is Eric and I'm playing Wolverine guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com.